What's up, guys? Logic over emotion, and in this one, we want to further analyze sports and their attempt on ratings suicide. Before we begin this video, I'd like to ask you to comment on this video, like this video, and if you're not a normal viewer here at Logic Over Emotion, consider hitting that subscribe button. We'd love to have you as part of the channel. We are trying to make the channel grow. Here we bring the truth while others are too busy virtue signaling. So let's get into it. Now, I'm sure most of you by now are familiar with the phrase, get woke, go broke. Well, it seems like sports are telling each other to hold their beer, watch me sink my ratings even lower than yours. However, it's not just the fact that they're practicing in these BLM protests and support. A lot of it is reactionary of the players, particularly LeBron James, that seems to be alienating even more people. And so I would like to talk about LeBron James here for a second and a response to a tweet by Donald Trump, nonetheless. So Donald Trump says, "When I see the kneeling, I just turn it off. I lose interest. It's disrespectful." And of course, LeBron, with his mentality of a child, has to respond and say, "Oh, well, we're fine losing your viewership. The NBA will continue." Well, this is the thing, LeBron James, that you have to understand why you're being such a big man and getting back at President Trump. A lot of people share his sentiment. So when you make a statement like that, what you're basically saying is, I don't care about all my fans that have followed me since I came out of high school into the NBA. I don't care about all my fans that have followed me from team to team. I don't care about all the people who supported me, who have bought my merchandise, who was happy to see me succeed. All I care about right now is my own personal vendetta with Trump and this support for Black Lives Matter. LeBron James, what you have to understand is that people were already upset with the fact that you guys were supporting Black Lives Matter, because at its core, it is a racist movement. You athletes really don't know much of anything. That being said, the fact that you turn around and say, "Hey, I just don't care," you're alienating even more people. It'd be one thing if you came out and said, "Well, I understand the president's point, but I think this is really important and we need to do this and do that." But it's just this nature that you guys attack everything with is just so ugly, and it makes your character look terrible. Especially, like I said, when people like me, who look at all news, who look at real news, when we see these little kids dying, getting shot as bystanders and all of this nonsense in these inner cities and all the violence around the protest and everything like that, I just don't understand how you can sit there and kneel for these criminals, man. For criminals. You kneel for these criminals and don't say anything about these kids. Then I'm going to keep preaching the message that you guys should be using your platforms to talk about fathers in the homes. This has become a joke. And I, for the life of me, don't understand how you don't associate ratings dropping with how people generally feel from a realistic standpoint. Like, so what? Do you think a bunch of white supremacists were watching the NBA and your ratings tanked because you started supporting Black Lives Matter and they said, "Oh, we can't get behind the NBA because they care about Black lives"? No, dude, it's regular people. It's normal people who are telling you that we don't want to see that. Why is that so hard to understand? Normal, everyday people that you're trying to preach to. We don't need, bro, you play basketball. And while you have an insanely high basketball IQ, you have the physical capabilities to play basketball, I don't think your IQ as far as your intellect is that high. Because I don't think any of you guys are, because it would be so evident to me that the people I'm turning off are the people that actually matter, right? It's not a bunch of white supremacists. I just don't get what you guys don't get about that. It's everyday people that support you. And look, we're all for better policing. We're all for more training. What we're not for is the way you guys are going about this. MLB, NASCAR, NHL. What are y'all doing? All we want to do is enjoy sports. Why is that so hard to understand? And like I said, if you want to do something off the clock when you're not in a game, go for it. But like I said, we've gotten to the point where we attack what needs to be supported and support what doesn't even need to exist. There is no need for the Black Lives Matter movement. That should be destroyed. And speaking of destroyed, we're trying to build this channel. So I hope you guys have hit the like button and have subscribed already, because we're bringing the truth here, and we're going to keep preaching it because, hey, I'm just fed up with all of these people all of these woke people, and they can't understand that once you get woke, you will go broke. It's been, you can see it time and time and time again, and you guys are going to keep doing the same thing. Literal definition of insanity. But like I said, I will get behind, and I don't have anything against the idea of Black Lives Matter, right? But if we're going to preach that, then it can't be Black Lives Matter when a white cop kills a black man or a black woman. It needs to be Black Lives Matter. So the big part of our focus shouldn't even be on these cops that account for just a few people. How about we worry about the inner city violence? Let's get on that, right? Imagine for a second if all of these NBA players, MLB players, NHL players, NFL players, imagine if all of them put as much effort into building solid values into young people, into retraining adults who didn't have the parents to instill the correct morals. Imagine if we spent time doing that. Just think for a second where the black community would be, where the minorities would be, where people in poverty would be. It's like I tell people all the time, the only difference between someone in poverty and someone not in poverty is typically wisdom and knowledge. And when you provide that, when you use your platform to provide that, then we start getting somewhere. And no, I don't want to hear that, LeBron, started a school or did this or did that. I mean, yeah, optics, that's really great. But then I feel like you undo a lot of that when you still refuse to tell the truth because you're being held to some Hollywood standard. You got to tell the truth. You can't back down on the truth. If you're going to start that school and say, these kids need more education, okay, education is only a piece of it. What about the other pieces, right? What about the fact that 71% of these kids are coming up without a father? Even Obama said that was directly linked to stuff like poverty, incarceration, death. But we don't want to talk about that. We want to sit here and kneel during the game and attack President Trump because what he said is true. And guys, let me help you understand something, all right? Because I keep like, yeah, a lot of y'all came from the hood, right? A lot of y'all came from the inner city, but you do understand that it is a lot of other people that watch y'all play sports, right? It's not just the people that you may associate with, right? Or be affiliated with. It's everybody. And I don't know if y'all are unaware of how many hardworking people like us actually exist who don't buy into all this nonsense. But we're the ones spending money, y'all. Broke people ain't got no money to spend on y'all. And you want to turn us away? Right? And I ain't trying to make everything about the money, but this is the reality. This is the reality that at the end of the day, money is what speaks, because that's why y'all doing what y'all doing, because you think that you got the formula to succeed when you really don't. You just got the formula to go broke, and y'all gonna have to figure that out the hard way. But that's what happens when people who really have no intellect, who have low IQs, but just happen to be really good at sports and get platforms, they do stuff and they can't even see 2 feet in front of them. I'm thinking 2 miles down the road and you guys are barely a couple feet in front of what's happening to you right now. But anyway, just keep it up. Get woke, go broke. Hey, and I also saw, I can't remember who posted, but I saw an article where they talked about the MLB boycott crew or whatever took an L. I guess the Yankees, Dodgers, a couple teams were playing 2 games. I can't remember the exact teams, but they made a comment that they had record time viewership. Well, people, let me help you understand how stuff like this works, okay? If it's in the news that all these sports are supporting Black Lives Matter and all of this, then naturally you're going to see a small spike, because people are going to tune in and say, what's everybody so mad about? Let me catch the next MLB game, see what everybody is so mad about. Will those ratings stay where they are? They could. I could be completely wrong. But I have a feeling that the news has driven a temporary group of people to just go see what's going on, and then, they're not going to be normal viewers and they're just going to back away. But anyway, hey, it is what it is at this point. You guys are going to do what you're going to do. But LeBron James, man, please remember that there are smart people out here, man. And there are people who support you, and there are people who want to continue to support you. But this idea that, you guys are so right and everyone is so wrong, and you're doing some greater work or something, you're not, man. You're being extremely stupid. You're buying into something that hurts people. Black Lives Matter is not a good thing. And like I said, we're all for, if you want to help somebody, help them. But this idea, and again, I don't even understand how this is about black lives, because the separation in how people are treated is along poverty lines. It's along wealth, the wealth gap. You got poor white people, poor Hispanics in the same situation as poor black people. It's not even about skin color. It's about money. That's why when you have people like me, a black conservative that's doing well, bro, I'm not in any of those situations. And the difference is, because like I said, I make good money, I can stay in a nice area. That's the difference. It has nothing to do with skin color. I just wish I would tell people the truth so that we could get on about our lives and stop being so stupid about this. But anyway, I'm gonna keep this one short. But I had to get this out because, hey, all y'all holding your beard saying, watch me go more broke than you, it's funny, man. It's real funny. Y'all been put up on those pedestals, and then y'all and look, I'll say this, man. I don't even blame just y'all. Part of the blame is on y'all, but I get it. A lot of y'all, I guarantee you, over half of y'all wouldn't even be kneeling if it wasn't due to peer pressure. I already know that, because you can't tell me that all of y'all think the same way. No, all of y'all don't think the same way. So some of y'all, stand up to the system. Be like Jonathan Isaac. Man, think for yourself. Be a man. Be respectful. Stand for the national anthem. Because I'm sorry, in no world, in no parallel universe, will kneeling for the anthem ever help black lives, or any lives for that matter. It's just nonsense. It's divisive. It's just going to keep people upset, and it's just going to continue hurting sports. So stop doing it. But anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Make sure you guys comment on the video, like the video. Like I said, if you're not a normal member here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We love to have you. I think we have some good discussions in chat, in the comments, excuse me. So yeah, definitely hit that, and hit the bell notification so you're notified anytime I release a video. But that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm going to go find something to get into with the family, and yeah, get my mind off of these politics for a little while. But anyways, you guys take care. I'm out. See ya.